Hello everyone, this is Evan from PEAC Performance checking in again. Today we are going to discuss lower back pain. Most people experience some type of lower back pain. The intensities and frequency probably varies, but I find it in a lot of people that lower back pain is definitely an ailment that people experience. So today I'm going to talk about it, how to prevent it, some exercises to prevent it, some stretches. But the number one thing with lower back pain, proven time and time again, to prevent it, to help it feel better, is movement. The key, though, is to find the right type of movement, whether it's an elliptical, stationary bike, a Stairmaster, swimming, whatever it is, it's movement that usually is non-impact, will help ease the pain and frequency of your lower back pain. So after the movement, so a type of cardiovascular activity, we have to do some strengthening exercises. When I talk about strengthening, I'm talking about strengthening the core. And the core is not just your abs or your obliques, it's your lower back as well. So today I'm going to go through some lower back exercises, and I'm going to go through some stretches that you can do for your lower back, your hamstrings, and your hips, since they're all attached and can trigger low back pain. Okay, so I'm going to start off with exercises first. I'm going to start with the ones that have lower intensity and then inch my way up. The first exercise is a hip press. So you just need a mat, okay? You'll lay down on your back, on the mat, feet are bent, and all you have to do is just press your hips up in the air, squeezing your hamstrings, your glutes, and your lower back. Drop your hips, bring them back up. And at the top, we're going to pause for a second so you can really engage your lower back. If you think that this is a little easy and you want to progress it, straighten one leg out, lift up, hold it, come down. Come back up, hold it, come down. 3 sets, 10 on each side is usually pretty good. If you're using both legs, you can do 3 sets of 15. Just make sure that when you're at the top, you really hold it and squeeze your lower back. That's one exercise. Another exercise you can do, these are called dog pointers, so you'll be on all fours. You'll straighten one arm out, thumb up in the air, and straighten one leg out. Again, hold it at the top, come together with your elbow and knee, right back up. Again, right back up. The quality of these exercises are very important. At the top, you should really try and get your heel up in the air, your arm up in the air, and focus on squeezing your lower back. The last exercise, we'll call Superman's. So you just lay on your stomach, everything straight, lift up, and come down. Lift up, and come down. Once again, quality is important. So everything, you're going about 3 sets, 15 of the Supermans. The dog pointers, you can do 10 on each side because you want to keep them controlled, slow, and the quality up. Okay, so after we're done strengthening your lower back, we have to work on the flexibility in your hips, your hamstrings, and your lower back. The key is with flexibility training is that you need to do it when you are finished your exercising. So if you spend 45 minutes on an elliptical, 15 minutes strengthening your core, at the end of that is when you'll do your flexibility work. The first stretch I'm going to show you is for your hamstrings. I would say 80% of lower back pain is because people have tight hamstrings. So when you're stretching a hamstring, you can do it just hanging down your toes, you can do it sitting on the ground, but I tend to see that using gravity helps pull you down even further and get an extra stretch. So you want to find a bench or a stool, something that's a little bit lower than a 90 degree at your hip. So you don't want your foot all the way up. You can put it down right here and then just use gravity to pull yourself down. You can reach for your toe, try and touch your chest to your knee, but you want to hold this 3 sets, 15 seconds per side. That stretch is extremely important. The next stretch is for your hips. So I just call it a knee to chest stretch. So you lay down on your back, pull one knee into your chest. You see, Try not to reach here, because that can put some strain on your knee. So we'll reach underneath your knee and just pull straight back. 3 sets, 15 seconds each side. The next stretch is for your IT bands, which run right down the sides of your hips. Everything here is connected. Your hamstrings, your lower back, your IT bands are all connected. So maintaining flexibility with everything in that area is key. So you're an IT band, one knee will come into your chest. A typical lower back stretch will bring everything over to the side like this. With an IT band, we're going to keep that knee up, keep your hips on the ground, and just pull slightly over to the side. Don't let everything roll over. This you will feel pulling right on the side of your hips, which is your IT band. Okay, so the next stretch is going to be for your hips. The muscles, they're basically called your piriformis and your psoas muscles. These, most people are tightened. And if you're tight in your hips, eventually your pelvis bone is going to start to be tilted, twisted, and it's going to start to strain on your lower back. So a great stretch for that is called a figure 4 stretch. Some people will try it standing up. You'll bring one knee to your, one foot on top of your knee, hold on to something, squat down. But most people will rush through that stretch because they're squatting down and it's strain on their muscles or their knees. So an easy way to do that would just be to lay on your back, come close to a wall, put one foot up on the wall so you have a 90-degree bend. And then you'll bring that other foot right here and just lay back. It's a lot more relaxing and you can hold the stretch. You will feel this in your glute, in your hips. It's basically your psoas and your piriformis muscles that we're trying to stretch. If you're not feeling this stretch, you can push down on this knee gently and you'll feel it stretch. Again, you want 3 sets, 15 seconds each side. Last stretch here. This is called a rotational stretch. It basically starts the same way that we were starting to stretch the IT band. So you're going to lay back, pull one knee into your chest. Now remember, for the IT band, we'll keep the knee up, and we just pull over without really letting your hips come off the ground, and you'll feel the stretch right here. For the lower back rotational stretch, it's the same movement. It comes in, but we come all the way across. You may feel your lower back adjust or crack there, which is okay as long as you're not wrenching it over and it's not a quick movement. Pull it over slow, hold it, 3 sets, 15 seconds each side. Okay, so recap everything. Lower back pain. The key is movement. Any type of movement that doesn't bother your lower back. Elliptical, stationary bike, swimming. Anything that's not impact should not bother your lower back. And if it does, find something, because movement is key. Walking, whatever it is. After you do that, strengthening, maintaining a strong core. Not just your abs, not just your obliques, but your lower back as well. Most people are fine with their stomach and their obliques because they train them all the time. But make sure you balance that out with the lower back exercising too. An imbalance will cause lower back pain. And lastly is flexibility. Your hips, your hamstrings, your lower back, they're all connected. Must make sure that they all stay flexible, and you do this flexibility training at the end of your workout. When your body is warm, it's all warmed up, everything is 3 sets, 15 seconds. Thank you, good luck, and remember to train smart and efficiently. See you in the gym.